Next person, we're really honored and lucky that Congressman Larson is here today. Not only does he represent this area, but he happens to have a somewhat important role in the transportation world as the head of the Transportation Committee. And you all know him, so I'm not even going to introduce him. Plus, I'm running out of shtick at this point. So here you go.
Thanks, Brett.
Congressman Growler.
Yeah, thank you. So it's great to be here with everyone today to celebrate the opening of the new Paine Field terminal, and I'll be the first to say it, that Everett and Snohomish County are ready for takeoff. We're very excited about this. And the district here that I get to represent is an important part of the aviation world, and as the new chair of the aviation subcommittee in the U.S. House of Representatives, it's a really great pleasure to be part of this. Just some numbers for everyone to give it some context. General aviation alone contributes more than $3.6 billion to our state's economy. And business aviation contributes $19 billion to the U.S. economy. So it supports more than 1 million jobs. So the Paine Field and the terminal here is, you put it in that context. The opening Paine Field for commercial air service continues to build our economy in Everett and in Snohomish County, supports local jobs and drives tourism for the region. The airport is going to improve travel options for passengers in the region and provide much needed relief to traffic congestion. And as the chair of the aviation subcommittee in the U.S. House of Representatives, I myself am focused on a forward-looking aviation and aerospace agenda to ensure aviation safety, foster innovation in the U.S. airspace, improve our competitiveness in the global marketplace, and of course enhance the air travel experience for passengers. And the Paine Field Terminal in Everett here is part of a system of diverse hubs like SeaTac, but also like Skagit Regional and Arlington Municipal, where I grew up. They all serve as lifelines to our communities throughout the Pacific Northwest. And building this terminal, and Brett sort of gets to introduce us, but building this terminal was only possible because of a public-private partnership model that Brett Smith and the good folks at Propeller were heavily involved with. They designed and executed this project correctly. It protected labor rights as they went forward. It's an effective infrastructure development tool. So I want to say congratulations to the county, to the city, to Propeller, to Alaska Airlines, to the entire community that has worked to see this project get over the finish line. And finally, I want to thank the folks at the FAA who tolerated phone calls from my office to ask them exactly would the shutdown delay this or not, and what can they do to help. And the folks, the great folks at the TSA, these men and women who work at TSA who worked through the shutdown without pay and still went to work every day. They're still here, they're working, they're now getting paid. I want to thank them for their service in helping to protect the flying public as well. So thanks a lot.
I actually want to echo something that the Congressman just said. The TSA has been an amazing partner. They worked here throughout all of this, and they just can-do attitude. We are lucky as a country to have a group of professional individuals like the TSA, and I personally am grateful to all of them. So thank you, guys. With that, I'm going to introduce Joe Timmons with the governor's office, who's going to apparently send his regrets, but because he's somewhere in Iowa. I don't know, but he's doing something else today. But the governor's been great. He has been here. Matter of fact, he signed and drew a picture on one of those posts when we were first putting the building up, and he's been a good supporter of this. So,
great. Hello. Good morning. My name is Joe Timmons. I am the Northwest Regional Representative in the governor's office. I am honored to be here today on behalf of the governor to help mark this monumental occasion for our state. Since the 1930s, Paine Field has been a pivotal component of the Snohomish County community, and today Paine Field begins the next chapter in its innovative history. With more than 20 scheduled daily departures from Alaska Airlines and United Airlines, Washingtonians will have another option for air travel and be able to access flights with more ease and convenience. This in turn will help reduce traffic congestion on our roadways and transportation infrastructure, and of course opening Paine Field to commercial flights means that we can now better show off the gems and culture of Washington State. This gives us another way to compete nationally and globally, and Governor Inslee loves stories of how the hard workers in Washington's economy make our state stronger. By increasing access at Paine Field, more people will be able to enjoy Snohomish County and other areas of the state, leading to increased economic activity that helps create jobs and benefit businesses throughout the region. So I'd like to thank all of our partners that helped make this endeavor possible, including Propeller Airports, Alaska Airlines, United Airlines, and our federal and local elected officials. This is a tremendously beautiful terminal, and today truly does mark the start of something special in Snohomish County, and it wouldn't be possible without our stakeholders throughout the community working together. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Next person we're going to have come up is our County Council Chair, Terry Ryan, who has been a supporter of this throughout, and we've been lucky to have his guidance and leadership to get this done. So, thank you.
Thank you, Brett. How often do dreams come true? 4 years ago, on March 2nd, 2015, our Snohomish County Council approved commercial air service at Paine Field by a thin margin of 3-2. Dave Summers, our current executive, was on the council that time. So Dave Summers, myself, and Ken Klein voted in favor of commercial air service. But our county needed to find partners to make this a reality because we didn't have the money to build the terminal. Thank you to Brett Smith, CEO of Propeller Airports, for your unbelievable persistence, perseverance, unwavering dedication to build this beautiful terminal and attract the airlines. Many people would have given up on this project.
For security reasons, any baggage left unattended will be removed by security personnel.
We had to get that announcement in. Many people would have given up on this project, but not Brett Smith. Brett, you are truly a remarkable person. Thank you very much. And our second thank you goes to Alaska Airlines, which is one of the most admired companies in the United States. Thank you to Brad Tilden, CEO of Alaska Airlines, and Andrew Harrison, Chief Commercial Officer for Alaska Airlines. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for your commitment to Snohomish County and our residents. Brett and Brad and Andrew, today is a truly historic day for Snohomish County because of your efforts. Thank you so much for making our dream come true. God bless you.
So when I first came here, this was the gentleman that I'm very honored to introduce next. Dave Summer had your job, and then he told me he was running for a county executive. I'm like, uh-oh. Can't you just stay there a little longer? And he went on and he did it, and all my fears were gone because as county executive, he's been leading this project and making sure it gets done, and he's been very fair. And the county is lucky to have somebody who has the vision and foresight that County Executive Summers has, truly. So with that, I'm going to introduce you.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you.
Good morning. Is this glorious or what? Yeah. Thank you. Welcome to you all, and I just want to start by thanking Propeller Airports and Brett Smith. They have provided the most beautiful terminal anywhere, but I have to say Snohomish County provided a beautiful airport and the scenery. So this truly has been a public-private partnership. And to Alaska Airlines, welcome back home. The hangar just outside the window here used to say Alaska Airlines on it, and this was their first home here in the lower 48 many years ago, so we feel like it's a homecoming. Now, Brett talks about bringing civility back to air travel, and I think this air terminal does more than that. It brings quality back to air travel. You cannot get a more magnificent terminal than this, and nothing says quality like Alaska Airlines to me too. So this is great team here. And I wanted to do a shout out to the Paine family also. Yesterday we had a little reception, and I think about 40 people, 40 members of the Paine family were here, and I just want to thank them. The people that came before us, we have to be thankful for everything we have here in Snohomish County in the region. It's a beautiful place, a wonderful history. This terminal, named after Lieutenant Paine, is a gift to the future, and so we thank all of you for participating and being here. And finally, I just wanted to say, there's been a little hubbub about this is Seattle's next airport. We kind of chafe at that up here in Snohomish County. I've always referred to Seattle as the southern gateway to Snohomish County. And I can't do that anymore. We have our own gateway. So Propeller, Alaska, thank you so much. What an exciting day.
And last but not least, our mayor of Everett, Cassie Franklin, has been, well, I don't know, how many times at night have I called you, 11 or 12 o'clock at night to for help? How do I get through this? And I was, when Ray retired, he said, don't worry, you're in good hands, and Ray was 100% right. The city of Everett is lucky to have somebody as dynamic as Cassie, and we love her here, and she's been a help and a guiding light. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to the mayor, who's a better speaker than I am. So thank you.
Well, hello, good morning. This is a very exciting day for all of us. I think I woke up about a dozen times last night. I did not want to miss my flight today. I don't have very much to say. I want to do a huge thank you to Brett and Propeller Air for this incredible investment in our community. I think very few people can say that they truly have changed a community for the better by their actions. And Brett, you can say that about what you have done here and what you have created, so thank you. I also want to thank Alaska Air. It's wonderful to have a world-class airline serving our beautiful city. And I have to thank the business and community leaders who have been working on this for decades before me. Former Mayor Ray Stephenson is here. Thank you very much for your leadership to ensure commercial air came to Everett. For our city, what this means is that our residents, our families, our businesses are minutes away from the destinations they frequent across the coast and all the way out to Denver with United as well. And that eases my travel, but what's more exciting is that we get to welcome people from around the globe to this beautiful region. They are going to walk off that plane into the most beautiful terminal in our country after riding the best airline in the world, and they are going to see the beauty of this region and everything that we have to offer. Adventure in every direction, whether you're here for business or pleasure, this is the place to be. So we are very excited, and I can't wait to take off, so thank you all very much.
The final thing I'm going to say is this is extremely humbling for me. To be able to do this project at an airport with such a rich history in aviation as a pilot and just somebody who loves this industry, this was a dream come true for me. But more importantly, this is a way that, as my father had always taught me, it's important to give back. And this is going to give back in so many ways that we don't even know today. And so I feel like we've left a great mark for our community and something they can be proud of. I would like to quickly thank RF and his team for getting through it. It's been an interesting time, but we did it and we got here, and the entire airport staff deserves a huge round of applause. So, say that. And then I guess I've been waiting 5 years to say this. Our first flight will be boarding momentarily. So.